doing today? Today we are going to do a versus challenge with the Shark VERTEX stick vac versus the DYSON V10 Motorhead Cyclone stick vac. So the DYSON is quite a bit more money overall compared to the Shark VERTEX. One thing that I really like about the Shark VERTEX is this duo cleaning head. It has a soft brush head up front along with a normal roller brush behind it. Therefore, it does a very good job picking up large debris like this test. I think the DYSON on this particular test is going to do really good on carpet, but I think it's going to do a pretty poor job on the hardwood floor because it only has the standard roller brush installed. Now, DYSON does have a soft roller brush, but usually that's an add-on, or you have to buy their highest end complete packages that are even more money than the VERTEX. I've always been a huge DYSON fan. I have their big upright. I've had several of these stick vacs. First Shark stick vac I've ever tested or used in my life. And so far, I haven't used it a lot, but the tests I have done, I've been pretty impressed with it. So we will be able to see the differences between the standard Motorhead roller that's on the DYSON and then the DuoClean on the Shark. I do think the Shark is going to win this challenge. As you can see in front of it, we have Fruit Loops. And then after this, I'm going to lay down a couple other things like some rice, some fruity pebbles, and then I also have some jelly beans and popcorn kernels. So we're going to do a few different tests on this just to see if there's any big difference on the size of stuff. Like I said, I don't think the DYSON is going to be able to pick up these Fruit Loops on the hardwood at all. I think it's just going to scoot them, whereas the Shark should have no issues. So anyways, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start with the Shark. We'll clean up these Fruit Loops, see how well it does, and then we will switch over to the DYSON. And then, like I said, I would lay out rice or some other debris, and we'll run the same test and see how well they do. This particular video is just going to be more of a pickup test. And let me know down in the comments what other kind of test you'd want to see with this. I do want to do a deep carpet test with some sand. That'll be in a future video, as well as a hair test. That'll also be in a future video. Do me a favor, if you're new, please smash that like button, subscribe, and I really hope you guys enjoy this video and get some good information out of it, and it can help you decide which stick vac is right for you. All right, let's go ahead and start with the Shark. This does have two separate modes on this. It has one for hardwood floor and then one for carpet. So when I get to the carpet, I will switch over to the carpet mode. Whereas the DYSON just has one overall setting and you don't have to switch anything. So we'll start on hardwood and let's see how good this guy does. As you can tell on this one, it kind of pushed more than I thought it would forward, and then when it met the carpet, they bunched up so much that it actually lifted the vacuum off the ground, and that's how much it left. So let's go ahead and finish cleaning that up real quick. That didn't do quite as well as I thought, but I still think it's going to do better than this DYSON. I predict this DYSON is going to push every single Fruit Loop forward until it meets the carpet and then probably do the same exact thing. Let's go ahead and find out. Medium suction, I think that's probably what the VERTEX is putting out right now. And let's go ahead and see how well this DYSON does. Wow, big difference. So this thing messed up quite a bit, and I'll show you in a second because I can hear it. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but as you can see, it pushed every single one. Not a single Fruit Loop can fit underneath the gate on this. So when it got there, it bunched it up and it sucked up a whole bunch at once. And I'm pretty positive that the inlet on this is completely clogged with Fruit Loops. So I think when I lift this up, you'll see Fruit Loops fall out the bottom. Yeah, so let me see if I was right about the inlet. Yeah, see, they're still falling out. You can hear them sliding up and down the inlet. So that's a bummer. I knew the Dyson would struggle. That's a massive struggle. Oh yeah, here's what I was talking about. So just from simple Fruit Loops, there's the inlet port. It's completely clogged. And now I'm gonna have to literally take this apart to remove that clog. So that's a big bummer, and this is just Fruit Loops. I'm gonna detach this. And look how much is stuck in the tube. As well as what fell off camera. So wow, Dyson failed this miserably. So definitely one up on the Shark VERTEX for this test. And I'm literally gonna have to hand clean these, which actually is pretty easy on this model. Just have to try to force them through or break them. There we go. Very small intake, and when it tries to suck up a bunch at once, they just clog. So a big win there for the Shark. I'm actually gonna go ahead and clean up the rest of this mess with the Shark. Alright, as you can see on carpet, no issue whatsoever, but it did push a few and bundled them up right here, therefore messing up a little bit. Still very good on that test. I think this one will have no issue whatsoever either. As you can see, once again on that test, I got to give it to the Shark. The Shark definitely beat the Dyson there once again. And just a note real quick, I am not using the boost on the Shark for this test at all. And I'm not going to put the Dyson in the highest power either. This Shark is actually a really, really good vacuum. If you know my channel, you know I hate the robot vacuums. But I got to give them props so far. I actually really like this guy. Next up should be another easy test for both. We're just going to do rice. Alright guys, I want to throw in this note real quick because I guarantee some of you are thinking, well, use the Dyson soft roller, it would get this up with no issue. And I 100% agree. But I don't have the soft roller, it did not come with this kit. So the soft roller does not come with very many Dyson models unless you buy the Animal Complete Edition, which is even more money. So I only have this head right now. And that's why we're putting it head to head against this one, because that's the big selling factor of the Duo, is you don't have to swap heads ever. It's just an all-in-one, and it's so far doing an awesome job. So no need to leave a comment saying use the soft roller, because I fully agree with you. The soft roller would tackle this with no issue and probably do just as good as the Shark on hard floor. So I just want to throw that out there. And eventually I'm gonna go and order a Dyson full kit with the soft roller, and then I'll re-look at this test and do that for you guys. So here's white rice, should be no issue once again. right, one simple pass. Not as good as I would have hoped there. You can see once again it bunched up a ton at the carpet, and there's actually a ton on the carpet as well. I will be surprised if the shark gets all this up. Whereas I do believe the Dyson has better suction power, but that's one reason why we're doing this test, is I want to see if it's going to leave this much rice left over. So I'm going to keep it there now so we don't forget. I gotta give it, this shark is impressive me. That once again beat the Dyson. So not much at the threshold, and then really pretty almost next to nothing on the carpet, whereas you can see the Dyson left a bunch of stuff. Another surprising result. Now we're on to popcorn kernels. Let's go ahead and check out how well the Shark VERTEX does with these. As you see, left a few. Not too bad. I have a predict the Dyson's going to leave a lot more at the threshold, but let's find out. Let's see how well it does with popcorn. All right, there we have it. I would say that one's pretty much a tie. Maybe give a slight edge to the Shark, only because the Dyson more kicked it out in the back than I would have liked. So there's a few pieces here, 4 there, plus 1 still left on the carpet. So just a barely slight edge to the DuoClean, I believe. Let me know in the comments if you guys disagree with anything I'm saying. Alright guys, now for the hardest test. I believe I said the Fruit Loops was the hardest. I take that back. Jelly beans is definitely going to be harder than the Fruit Loops. Going to start with the Dyson, medium power still. Prediction on both of them probably. Not going to pick up at all on the hard floor. This one might choke at the threshold, but then should do pretty good on carpet. Let's find out. Oh wow. Okay. That's not good. Can you guess what I'm saying that's not good to? I'll show you in a second. And no, I'm not going to edit this in. This is truly a real life test. And I'll show you in just a second. Some of you can guess, but let's go and try out the Shark. All right, there you go. Sounds like a couple jelly beans might be stuck in the fin, but none of them fell out as I came. So it looks like a tied test, right? Here's what I was talking about. Dyson. Dyson cannot fit a jelly bean underneath the brush roll. That is quite surprising. I thought on carpet it would have no issues. Look at that. All right, guys, so what do you think? I'm actually very surprised. Like I said, I've had DYSON for years and years. And this Shark VERTEX DuoClean just absolutely mopped the floor. Not literally, but completely smoked the DYSON in that pickup test, if you ask me. I will say once again, and this is a future test when I own one, because this did not come with a soft roller. Now, the soft roller, I do believe, would have done just as good on the hardwood floor, but then it would not have done as good on the carpet. So there's your issue. You would have to first clean your entire hardwood, which it would do probably perfect. But however, the Fruit Loops did get completely jammed up in there, so that might still happen. But then you'd have to switch the heads and do your carpet with this head. So the fact that this VERTEX has the DuoClean, which I truly believe in now. I saw all those commercials they put on YouTube, and I'm like, there's no way it's sucking up giant piles of stuff. But this VERTEX is quite good. I'm impressed. So let me know down in the comments if you agree with me. All right, guys, let me know what you thought down in the comments. Please do me a favor, leave a like. Consider subscribing. I'd really appreciate it. And Happy New Year to you all. Today is January 1st. Have an awesome year. Hopefully it's better than 2020. And have an awesome night. See ya.